live on SP plus Imperm, or SP plus Impulse, which is not bad. SP plus Impulse is more than enough versus my opponent probably not having a good hand. They have a Magnuma, so they're going to banish my Magician Souls. They're going to use Magnuma's effect, which then I'm going to chain SP. That way my SP doesn't get run over by battle. And it's like whether they still don't have a starter, so it's fine. It goes back to me, and then low-key, my opponent should have not used Magnuma's effect. Like, I think they should have special Magnuma, not use the effect. That way it doesn't trigger SP. Throw into battle phase, attack over SP, normal summon a hand trap that they're breaking on, and then turn these two into Verte, and then Verte does that, and then you have full combo, or not full combo, but like you have an interruption, and like I would probably lose at that point because Impulse can't stop Verte. But my opponent got greedy and tried to get the surf off Magnuma, which lets me keep my SP because I can just manage it and keep it safe. And number two, it means they can't make Verte because they don't have enough bodies. So yeah, that was probably a throw by my opponent. But you know what? I threw by not ashing the cape, so like I guess we're even. And then I draw an Imperm, which is like whatever. At this point, like it's like I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go Celine, 3 counters. I think my opponent doesn't have Valor at this point, so I'm just gonna summon back Magician's Rod. I'm gonna go into Access Code, and then my opponent's at 2600, so I don't even need to use Access Code's effect. I can just attack directly. And my opponent's set card is Flame, if you're wondering. Normally, Critical Flame is very good against Dark Magician, but I didn't draw a single goddamn spell card that entire game. So that sucked low-key. Like, this is like the one game in 1,000 where Flame does nothing against Dark Magician. Alright, here we're moving on into a gauntlet of games where I systematically destroy Banker Soul K9. So, I didn't really expect this, but apparently Dark Magician just has a very good Banker Soul K9 matchup. Who would have thought? I mean, I did explain how like you usually don't trigger the K9 cards that often, so that it makes sense a little bit. But yeah, my opponent starts Stake Your Soul, reveal Shifter, and then they're gonna finish it. And low-key Dark Magician is not that bad in the Shifter. I have played like it is Dark Magician like compared to a deck like Drago Kill or compared to a deck like Yummy. Dark Magician is so much better into Dimension Shifter than either of those two decks. Like low-key Dark Magician is better into Shifter than Banker Soul is, apparently. Because like watch just watch what happens. They're gonna go Mad Love, and I'm gonna go Imperm on the Mad Love, you know, because like you kind of have to, like otherwise they get like too much. And I can't draw because again, fucking Shifter. They're gonna go Reinforcement of the Army into Raisin, and then they're gonna normal summon Raisin, and then Raisin adds Orgar, so they Orgar then for Holly's. I think they don't add Holly's because they don't have the right attributes, because again, Banker Soul K9, not the most consistent deck, so they're gonna go Orgar to try and draw a card, and like draw one card off of the revealing Mad Love, and then they're gonna pass. So
oh right,
end board.
The flowers you can only collect during
night. You couldn't play
night.
through a single Imperm after Shifter nights. So all you gotta do is basically Shifter. My opponent gets another draw off Order. Obviously, I'm not gonna ask the Order draw, but yeah. Watch what we can do on our Shifter. I'm gonna go Warrior Mode and get asked. Okay, you know what? Fine. I don't care that much, because Dark Magician Girl, you can special summon it by discarding, not sending to the graveyard. Very important. That way you can send this under Shifter. Unlike Die Bellstar, so that's another advantage over Die Bellstar. We have Shining Stark, and then Shining Stark adds Dark Magician, or adds Future Silence, which Future Silence adds Dark Magician. Then we're gonna special Dark Magician, and I'm gonna banish Dark Magician to special Dark Magician of Destruction, Dark Magician of Destruction, add Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod, I'm gonna add Ace Demise directly because we can't use Soul Servant because like we're under Shifter, so Soul Servant would never hit the graveyard, so we just add Ace directly. And then I just enter battle phase, and Dark Magician of Destruction is very big, and Dark Magician Girl is also quite big. So we run over both monsters, you know, attack, and then we use Holy Load, summon out a Dark Magician from deck, and then I link off the Dark Magician plus the Dark Magician Girl into an IP Masquerena. So like I know you can't make Shirozo, like if you're wondering why I didn't make Baron, like you can't actually make Shirozo under Shifter because you have to send these. It says send to the graveyard, which you can't do under Shifter. So instead I just make an IP, and then I set Ace Demise, and I put have Azuman, which Azuman also does nothing because they're under Shifter themselves. So low-key, this Shifter hurt them more than it hurt me. Because they could not go into Rock to add back an attribute, and their Azuman did absolutely jack shit. So cool. anyways, on their turn, I'm gonna go Gaze the Mines. I'm gonna make a shuffle back the Dark Magician of Destruction, and then get a Red Eyes Dragoon. So usually, even under Shifter, you can usually still make IP plus Dragoon under Shifter, which that is like better than 99% of decks can do. So that's actually quite impressive in my opinion. And my opponent's gonna try to enter battle phase, which I'm just gonna link off the Rod, and I'm gonna banish their Izuna, and then we still have SP plus Dragoon, and then my opponent summons Noroi. They don't use Noroi's effect, by the way, because they know if they use Noroi's effect and it gets negated and it gets destroyed, they're cooked. So instead they just go into Typhon, which Typhon's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, Typhon's very good in this scenario. They're gonna attack over SP, and then they're gonna shuffle back my Red Eyes Dragoon. But I do have both Shiny Sarcophagus plus Holy though as follow-ups though. And just having a Shiny Sarcophagus as the follow-up is enough to do this. So like we're gonna go add another Future Silence just for more deck hitting. Future Silence, I'm gonna add the Dark Magician, Special Dark Magician, discarding the Ash, go back into a Dark Magician of Destruction that we shuffle back to the extra deck, go with Soul Servants, stack Magician's Rod, and then we get the draw, Rod, and I get a normal summon Magician's Rod, add another Elias, and then we go into Dark because my opponent has a Shifter in graveyard, so I can lose. I tried to do some math. I'm not sure if there's a way I could OPK my opponent because I would be just short because I'm gonna go into Celine, shuffle back or put it back in the Rod, go to Axel, go to 53. I can't use the effect because it's too big now, but it does gain its attack seal, and then I do 24, and then if I summon Dragoon would be 3k, so I would be 500 life points short of being able to kill my opponent right here. So instead, I just go attack, back throw, set gaze, use Lorly Little, summon out Dark Magician, and then set gaze, and then activate gaze on my opponent's turn. That way, I get an extra turn off Dragoon. His gaze vanishes after 2 turns, so on my opponent's turn, gives me an extra turn off Dragoon, and I still have the Dragoon is still back, and then as we activate gaze, we can tribute the Dark Magician to add Rod for follow-up. And my opponent is gonna go Lupus, which is like, but I don't care about Lupus. They're gonna normal summon Mad Love and reveal Mad Love to the gate to. They're not gonna use Mad Love's effect to surge. They're gonna use Mad Love's effect to reduce my Dragoon's attack by 500. And that's still not enough because Dragoon is very big and their monsters are not that big. Then they're gonna reveal Jalon, special Jalon, which I negate Jalon with Dragoon. I don't even think I needed to do this, I'm gonna be honest. But it's just because I know what's in their hands. I can't win anyways. Like I might as well just negate this. Like why not? Just get an extra 1k attack back. We're gonna go into Rock, which is like, who cares? We're gonna Rock, special Mad Love gets Ash, because I still have the Ash in hand, and yeah, they lose. So yeah, we just beat Vanguard's K9 going second plus Shifter with Dark Magician, and it frankly was not even close. They got fucking destroyed by Dark Magician, because their Shifter hurt them more than it hurt us. I'll say that. We got another game against Black 8, and my opponent is such a imposter that they got the Dark Magician sleeves, okay? And I used Find My Roar, and you know what they do? They free shift we got shit. My opponent is not playing Dark Magician. What kind of Dark Magician deck plays fucking shit? Although low-key, judging by how these games gone, I am low-key considering playing Shifter in this deck. Because clearly this deck is very good under Shifter. As I've learned from playing against Vanquished K9. But yeah, we got Shifted again. So I still have Future Silence. So Future Silence adds Dark Magician Girl, and I Dark Magician Girl, I send the Fuwawas, and then we still get to add a Shiny Sarcophagus, and then Shiny Sarcophagus add Dark Magician, and then we special Dark Magician, banish Dark Magician for Dark Magician Destruction effect, add Dog. Vanguard K9 players are so down bad for attributes, playing Contact Siege. This card is ass. Like, this card might do something against Regular. Most likely not, because Regular doesn't just link it off the board. Like, this is terrible. This is so bad. I don't know why you're playing this. But yeah, Dark Magician Destruction adds a Gaze of Elias, and then almost summon Rod, add another Gaze of Elias, because like I have to. So yeah, we're gonna then link these two into IP Masquerena, link off the Time Axie, thanks for the free material, then I'm going to use Gates and Maya's, shuffle back to Dark Magician, Destruction, and go into Doom. This is probably a misplay, because like, since I have 2 Gates and Maya's, either I should keep one in hand, or if I was going to use both, I should have shuffled back Dark Magician Girl to summon out a Tamaya's, which, you know, granted, it doesn't really do much. It's just spell and craft pop as an interruption, basically. But if I was going to use 2, it's better to make the Dragoon on my opponent's turn. That way I get an extra turn of Dragoon. So, yeah, I should have probably just set the Gates of the Mayas and just not used it this turn. But it's whatever. You're still in on IP plus Dark Dragoon versus Shifter plus Contact C, apparently. The Contact C, like, honestly, the Contact C helped me more than anything. But yeah, my opponent is playing Vengeful K9, and they're gonna normal summon Mad Love, no effect, because again, if they know that if they use Mad Love's effect and they get negated by Dragoon and Pop, they're cooked. But by not using its effect, I get to make SC, and they're also cooked, because I get to banish their Mad Love. And then, yeah, they get fucking destroyed. Vengeful K9 under Shifter cannot, apparently they cannot beat Dragoon plus IP under Shifter. So that's good to know. Alright, so there's a game where we're going first, and yeah, I'm gonna activate Whirly Load. You're probably wondering why I didn't use future signs on the draw phase. It's because normally I would like to leave Twilight Whirly Load, because if I activate Whirly Load, most of the time my opponent's gonna think that I'm playing Odeon, because who the hell is gonna suspect Dark Magician in this economy? Which means that they are more likely to Ash. If Whirly Load gets Ash, that's fine. If you Ash Whirly Load, you can't Ash the entire rest of my combo. And I much prefer Whirly Load getting Ash over anything else. But yeah, I add Primite Roar, then I use Primite Roar, and I get Shifter again. So yeah, this is the Shifter got. I got Shifter by Vanquisher K9 3 straight games. These were those games, and let's see how those turn out. So yeah, I still have Creature Signs. I still have Shining Sarcophagus engine, and the Shining Sarcophagus engine just basically beats Shifter by itself. It seems like, because like I was not building with Shifter in mind. I did not gladly combo Shifter, but yeah, apparently this is a straight under Shifter. So you need to go Dark Magician for Dark Magician Destruction. Dark Magician Destruction adds Rod, normal Rod add Gaze, and then we go Link 2 into IP, and then we summon out another Dark Magician, and then we set Gaze and Maya, then we make a Dragoon, and then yeah, we double that back, and then we make a Dragoon, and we still make IP plus Dragoon under Shifter, which again, this is a solid endboard under Shifter. Now I did make a misplay because I should have linked off one of the Dark Magicians into IP instead of Dark Magician Girl, because as fun fact, SP Little Knight requires effect block. So I can't actually turn one of my Dark Magicians into an SP. Even though these look nice, these look pretty on the field because they're shiny and stuff, they literally don't do anything like that. So yeah, that was a misplay. You're gonna see why you're gonna see why. So like, my hope's gonna go case for K9, they're gonna add Lantern, which is like, you know, I do let that go, and then they go Stake, do Lantern, and I have Dominus Impulse. Thank God we have Dominus Impulse, right? This is an Impulse deck. So yeah, Stake Your Soul gets negated, and then my opponent goes Rhoda or Raisin, and they're gonna normal summon Raisin, and here I take a risk, I try to negate it with Dragoon. If they have Caesar Valius, if they have Composer, they have it. If they don't have it, I automatically win the game, and I automatically win the game. So yeah, they're gonna do that. They're gonna special Joko reveal Lantern. And here's why it's very funny, because I use IP, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, I have to fucking link off the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in order to make an SP. So like, whoopsie, that's yeah, you can see why like that was a mistake. Because if I had a Dark Magician Girl on the field, I could just link off the Dark Magician Girl instead, and I could keep my Dragoon, and then the game would have been over on the spot. But instead, I still banished the Joko, and then like we still win because they can attack over SP. But I have Shining Sarcophagus as follow-up, and I have the Dark Magician of Destruction in the extract still. So we still have enough on a crack out to win anyways. We even without the Dragoon, but it would have been nice to keep the Dragoon. I'm just saying. So here's a game where we're going second, and this shows why we play the hand traps that we do. So my opponent is playing Draco Tail. They're gonna Lucius add 5 mana, and there's an argument to ashing the Lucius to stop the 5 mana because this deck. Sometimes this deck can play into Draco Tail board. Sometimes it can't. It's weird. It depends on the hand. This hand looks okay into the board because we have 2 different spells. As long as you have 2 different spells, you can probably usually play into the Draco Tail board a bit because its flame can only negate 1 spell. But if you only have 1 push, then like you do want to try and ash your opponent early and not like I would have to ash Lucius if my hand was worse than this right now. But I let it go and I keep ashing hand to try and keep it from Wahoo. So I am gonna Full Loss though, I can get a little greedy, try to cross the board off Full against my opponent. So they're gonna go 5 mana and then I'm gonna make our Stallion link off or choose off with hand plus Lucius, and I top deck an Infern, so I guess they don't get the 5 mana back, so that's nice. They set K2 and they set Flame, and then they're gonna K2. I
need to see something.
Well, they probably have Rahu in hand if they set the Flame, which they do. So then they have Rahu, which I'm gonna ash to Rahu, and then like yeah. There's just hand trap, and then my turn. I top deck a Cross Out, which is like honestly that's pretty good as well. I have to deal with Flame plus another. Either a horn or a stick. I don't know what it is. What's with my opponent is like hard drawing the traps. When either I break or I draw 2 hand traps to try and stop me from getting to the traps. But whatever. I go Shiny Sarcophagus. They go Flame on the Shiny Sarcophagus. Which is like, that's totally fine.
Alright. The order skills have priority.
You can negate my Shiny Sarc. That's totally fine.
So it doesn't matter how slow Mara actually is. So
Magician's Rod. I'm gonna special summon
that's good to know.
And then they're gonna Maxi. They probably do the Maxi off the Flame Draw, so whatever. I do have to Cross Out, thank God. We don't have to deal with this fucking make Maxi nonsense. And yeah, special and then in defense, just in case my opponent has a horn. But yeah, now I can use Soul Servant, top deck or stack Gaze of the Mayas, banish, draw Gaze of the Mayas, because Dark Vision of this Black Magic also counts as a Dark Magician while on the field, a fun fact. And then we go into Dark Magician of Destruction. Dark Magician of Destruction is going to add, I add Magician Souls, and then I use Magician Souls to put the Dark Magician in the graveyard. That way I have a card in graveyard or I have a Dark Magician grave that I can fuse with the Gaze of the Mayas. And I special Souls send Shiny Sarc to draw a card, I draw into an Infirm, it's whatever. I just go with Gaze of the Mayas, shuffle back, Dark Magician, going to Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. This is the 4th summon. This is like the 5th summon. So I have the negate up, and I put this in attack because they can't target Dark Dragoon, so they can't target it with Flame.
But here's what we're gonna do.
I go into
I'm just gonna camp here until it gets to nighttime.
I just use it to shuffle to recycle Dark Magician of Destruction. I use Dark Magician to pop my opponent's monster. They take 3k, and then I can negate the hand so that their board is clear, and then this is game. So it's like this is game without access to it, since like Red Dark Dragoon, whenever it pops a monster, it also deals damage with their attack. So that our Stallion being on the field basically is running OTK. But yeah, hey man, that's why we play hand traps. That's why you play hand traps with Hunter and Duke. So yeah, is Dark Magician the best deck in the world? No, not at all. It is the best way to play Dark Magician with the most competitive build. I think this is I think this build's pretty good, but like I'm not gonna say that this is the best build or anything or the best deck list because I haven't done enough testing to say that for sure. Like this deck list could be optimized further, even just playing this version, like for example adding the second Dark Magician of Destruction in the extract somewhere. But yeah, this is the best that Dark Magician has ever been, and it's actually scary enough to where if you don't have a non-engine, if you don't have hand traps, you're probably gonna lose because this deck puts up 3 Omni Negates plus IP on its endboard. Like that's a crazy endboard. Like that's I did not think that I would be disinterested in the fucking Dark Magician, but like this is, to me, this is like maybe the most interesting the anime decks out there right now. Like compare this to like Blue Eyes. Like Blue Eyes is probably better right now because it's like less, it's more resilient. It's less like weak to certain cards. For example, Droll eats this deck alive. I didn't show any replays where I got Drolled. It's like every replay where I got Drolled, I just got destroyed. It was close. Droll is much worse for this deck than Shifter, like or Maxi or Like I imagine that Gruul is like it's like Bite Force. Gruul is by far the worst matchup this deck. But you know, yeah, compared to Wood, compared to Wood, I think this deck is much more interesting to play than Blue Eyes, in my personal opinion. But you know, that's just my opinion. Try this like try this like out for yourself. You know, maybe if you already have like the shiny sarcophagus cards, like you were trying to play this as a generic engine in other decks, or you're playing focus or whatever reason, if you already have the shiny sarcophagus cards and you have primate cards. So I guess this deck is not that cheap unless you already own the shiny strike cards and you own the primate cards. But if you do, then this deck is cheap because then you just have to buy fucking Craft Dragoon, which you probably already have on the shiny sarcophagus cards. And then you just have to buy one structure deck. And then yeah, that's basically what I did. Cause I already had a shiny star card, so I already had the primate card. I just bought one starter deck, and then I could play this deck fully with full power, and it's been good. It's like I've played much worse decks. I've run much worse decks than Master, but like this year, like this is not one of the worst decks I've played. Not even close. This is at least solid deck. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Holy shit, 3 of them.
the official announcement of Chaos Origin, I suppose, in the TCG, they've posted on their website the announcement for Chaos Origin releasing on the 2nd of July in 2026, which means that it's out for the European Championship as well as the NAWCQ, which they both have, and they've announced the dates for both of those tournaments to be 1 week after this, right? If I remember correctly, it was the second weekend of July.
Fucking high.
For both of those, they are on the same weekend, which is a little bit of a shame because I would have loved to watch the NAWCQ, but of course I will be playing in the EUWCQ. But they are happening on the same weekend, which is the 10th to 12th of July is the date for both of those tournaments, which means that Chaos Origin, which at the moment seems like a pretty solid set, honestly. There seems to be some pretty strong stuff in there, but I guess there's still stuff left to be revealed, so we'll have to wait and see for that. But it's going to be legal for both of those tournaments, which is always exciting. When I like it when they release stuff shortly before a tournament. I know it's like hard for people to get their hands on the cards. That is one downside of it. But at the same time, I like it when there's a big format shift before a tournament. I think that's exciting. I don't like when like the format changes immediately after a tournament, because then you look at like the results from the tournament and you're like, well, this doesn't really matter anymore, right? Like it's the same thing when like a tournament happens and the ban list goes in effect after the tournament. Like if there's a ban list, I want it to be in effect immediately for the important tournament. But yeah, NAWCQ being the same weekend of Euros is so good. Unsolved is best. I like that aspect of it too. I like the aspect of both regions are gonna go into the tournament like at the same time pretty much, and it's not gonna be like one of them happens first and then the other people are just gonna like play what won the other tournament, right? I think that's interesting. The only reason why I don't like it is content brain. Like I would have liked to stream the NAWCQ, and I can't do that if they're both happening at the same time. But it's a very small thing. Like it's fine, I guess. It's no problem. Anyways, among some of the things that we've already seen from Chaos Origin, like we've seen the Blackluster Dark Magician of Chaos archetype, the retrain of some of the Yugi monsters, the Sacred Beast retrains. We've reacted to all of these. Still love the way the creator looks, by the way. I'm a big fan of that card. There is and Blitzkrieg, of course. There is an announcement in here that I believe was new. At least I'm seeing it for the first time. But I guess correct me if I'm wrong, if this was announced somewhere else and I'm looking incredibly stupid right now. But I think they announced this here for the first time. It's time to en passant. In a booster set dedicated to the King of Games, we just had to have a theme dedicated to one of the world's oldest games, chess. So this is the new TCG exclusive archetype, right? Because it's not been announced by the OCG, it's been announced by the TCG. So we have a chess-themed archetype. That big floating chessboard in the sky is the centerpiece of a new world premiere theme that will make your head spin. Like chess itself, this will be a lot to wrap your head around at first, so we're going to avoid using full card names and use some simple piece names instead. Okay, now I'm scared. Now I'm scared of what the cards are going to do. Google en passant. I know what it is. I know it's like it's the move where you walk past a pawn, right, and you still capture it. Yeah. It's like when you do two forward with the pawn and you capture a pawn that's sideways that you could have captured, but instead of going onto its square, you move two forward. Something like that. It's been a while since I've actively played some chess. But I think that was how you do it, right? Anyways. I do like the aesthetic of these cards, I think. The only thing, they do look relatively similar to each other, but I guess you can tell what it's supposed to be, right? This is the rook. Yeah, this looks like a bishop. This looks like the knight. This is, I guess, king or queen then? Okay, wait. Let's do some simple math, okay? How many monsters do they have to dedicate to this archetype, right? The king, queen, bishop, knight, rook, pawn. 6, right? We need 6 monsters at least. which means the first wave is 7 cards, right? So we probably get, educated guess, we get the chessboard, which is probably, look, if the chessboard is not a field spell, then I'm not playing this deck. I'll say it right now. If the chessboard is not a field spell, anyway, the chess theme is one of those rare themes that has no main deck monster. Okay. Well, great educated guess, Josh. Phenomenal educated guess. You nailed it. Okay. Instead, it has spells, traps, and synchro monsters. Okay. You know what? That's intriguing. I find this very
the chess
intriguing
archetype
because
synchro
I'm
summons.
very interested in how that's gonna work. Like, that is a cool idea if done properly. Because how is a deck gonna work that has no main deck monsters and just synchros? Is it like, are you supposed to play other monsters to make the synchros? Or is it gonna have like ways to cheat out the synchros, quote unquote? Like this has the potential to use to work in a very unique way. Like Runix? Yeah, man,
That's
maybe.
annoying.
The big question that I have, and I feel like it would be a big missed opportunity, is like, why there's the synchro monsters being the white pieces makes a lot of sense, right? But like, where are we making black pieces as well? And if so, are they like in the same archetype, or should it be another archetype that's its own deck? Anyways, yeah, maybe it's in there. It also works heavily with placing its monster cards into the spell trap zones. There are currently 4 chess monsters: the king, the rook, the knight, all with plenty of attack points, and the pawn, level 2 and also a tuner. All are synchro monsters. Here's how it works. The chessboard field spell, Fog Champion, lets you summon a level 2 chess piece, which is a pawn, directly from your extra deck each turn and place a chess man from the extra deck in your spell trap zone. Okay, chessman is any of them? Except for the pawn. Chessman have effects that activate when they are placed in the spell and trap zone. The knight adds a chess spell card from your deck to your hand. The king adds a trap from your deck or grave to your hand. And the rook sort of castles. Oh, that's cool. It castles to place the king from the extra deck in your spell trap zone. Okay. While they're sitting in your spell trap zone, these pieces have extra abilities. The knight does 500 damage to your opponent each time they activate a card or effect. Ooh, Masquerade is back. The king limits your opponent to just 5 monster effects. Wow! Okay. Is that a floodgate? That is a floodgate. How bad is 5 monster effects per turn? How bad of a floodgate is that? I guess it depends on the deck you're playing. Some decks are okay with that. I mean, five effects is a lot. Is a lot technically. It's not that bad. Yeah, it depends on the format, right? Like this has the potential to really counter certain decks in the format. Like it's a fact that like some decks just need more effects to get something done than others, right? Like for example, I don't know, Breako deal is like, okay, well, I'll activate a fusion spell, I'll send Urgula from deck to grave, and there goes your king, right? No problem. But then I don't know, you're playing. What else? What deck is an example that like can't do shit against that? I mean, every deck has SP. Oh yeah. And the rook protects. Oh, and the rook protects all your chess cards from being destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Okay, well, I guess you're not Urgulaing it anyways. So, you know, this looks like it has some potential, because what I'm seeing here, without actually seeing the full effects on the cards, but it feels like the chessboard. You summon the pawn, you place the rook gets you the king, and then the king gets you a trap. And that already seems like a setup that, I mean, that's a setup right there, and I guess where you're going somewhere else, but okay. While they're monsters, each chessman can banish another card from the field, generally an opponent's monster. And if the pawn uses this ability, it gets promoted by crossing over to your opponent's field, returning to your extra deck, and special summoning any chess piece from your extra deck. That's one way to special summon your non-pawn chessman. Dude, the flavor, I haven't been like a super active chess player, but I know how to play chess, and this has a lot of flavor to it, right? The fact that there's castling in here, there's pawns promoting.
Oh,
that's fun.
Oh, of course.
That's a fun thing. Dude, there's so much potential with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man. Okay. If a chessman monster card you control is destroyed, even if it's in the spell trap zone, the chessboard field spell lets you return any chessman in your spell trap zone to the extra deck and then immediately special summon it. That's a second way to special summon your non-pawn chessmen. Chess pieces have no special summoning restrictions, so you can also synchro summon them like any other synchro monster. So you can play other engines to make synchros, okay? Got all that? Don't worry, the club meets after school if you need a refresher course. One other thing, just like how chess has special opening moves, so do the chessmen. This special trap card lets you place a chessboard field spell from your hand, deck, or grave to the field to get you started, and special a level 2 or 7 honor knight to the extra monster zone, and place a chessman from your extra deck in your spell trap zone. And if your opponent goes first, you can activate this trap from your hand during their standby phase. So that's the biggest thing at the end. That's an interesting way to design a hand trap.
I'll take good care of them.
Because this does make the trap so much better, of course, because it's now not as slow anymore. However, you have to activate it during their standby phase, right? Which is a difference. I think that is a very good restriction, quote unquote, because it doesn't let you do it whenever you want. It's something that your opponent is going to start their turn with the knowledge that you have that card, right? It's going to create a game where like, okay, well now I know what deck you're playing, I know what the situation is, and so on and so forth. This is getting ashed, Unk. This cannot get ashed. And I'll ignore the fact that you called me Unk for no reason. But it places a chessboard field spell, it summons from extra deck, and it places.
I'll take those.
So it cannot get ashed.
Good care of them.
So take that.
Thank you for your business.
Okay, this card looks different. Another cool world premiere. Oh, this is not part of the archetype. That's why it looks different. Okay, another cool world premiere card is the new level 8 tuner monster. It's not a chessman, but it works perfectly with the strategy. You can special summon this monster from your hand if there's a synchro monster on your field or grave. When summoned, you can place up to 3 different synchros from your extra deck and or a grave into your spell trap zone. You also get a bonus token.
Thanks for coming. That turned out pretty nice.
Okay. We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait for the exact effect of this card. But
Grimoires, right?
Am I crazy for thinking that this just sounds like a really
maxed out rare and
generic
front
card? You have a synchro on field or grave somehow, so it's not a starter on its own. You need something in the grave already. But then you can place 3 synchros from the extra deck or grave in the spell trap zone, which of course has synergy with the chess theme, but just in general, like Herald of the Arclight is banned, but cards like Enigmaster Packbid, cards like what's the other one called? The one that bounces, Malong. You just place those for free. You summon a level 8 tuner, you get a token, and then you can send those to the graveyard for something like Snake Eyes Doomed Dragon, and then you get triple removal. Like Malong bounce, Doomed Dragon push something into the spell trap zone, and Packbit puts something into the spell trap zone. However, the reason why this is not like guaranteed to be broken and we have to wait for the effect is maybe it locks you into synchros. And if it locks you into synchros, then you can't make the Doom Dragon with it. And then the question is like, okay, even if you can put those cards in the spell trap zone, how do you get them out of the spell trap zone and get their graveyard effects? Because, you know, so it depends. It really depends on the exact text on this card, right? But that sounds like it has a lot of potential. Okay. While it works with any synchro monster, this tuner goes especially well with chessmen. As an extra special bonus, this monster is available in Chaos Origin as an extended art card. Oh, okay. This is cool because it confirms a couple of things that I'm not sure if we knew these beforehand. It confirms that the TCG is getting the full art cards in core sets as well. I think this is the first time they've said this, because, I mean, of course, everyone assumed that was going to be the case, because they are also in core sets in the OCG now, so everyone was like, yeah, surely the TCG is going to get it as well. But I think this is the first time it's officially been confirmed that the TCG is getting the extended arts in core booster sets, which is good. But it also confirms that we're going to get TCG exclusive overframes, because this is a world premiere card that is not in the OCG at first. And we are getting basically a TCG exclusive overframe, which is cool. This is bigger news than I thought. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the type of archetype where it's impossible to say right now whether it's good or not. But I know one thing for sure, in my mind, there's so much flavor to this that it doesn't necessarily have to be a top tier strategy for me to like it. Like, even if this ends up being not that great, it sounds so flavorful and so fun that I wouldn't even mind. Because I think sometimes it's okay to make a deck that's just awesome and not tier 0, right? Like, I'm thinking my last example of this one was Mimighoul, where I was like, okay, you know what? Mimighoul, even if it never sees hyper competitive play, was an awesome archetype, and I enjoyed looking at the cards and figuring out how the deck was supposed to be played. Like, that was cool. Not every TCG exclusive archetype needs to be like or shouldn't be like a Mitsurugi, right? So I will definitely take a look at those effects once they come out. I mean, you can already have like a good idea of what this deck is trying to do. Yeah, okay, that's cool. The boss monster is Magnus Carlsen. Imagine they make a Magnus Carlsen, dude. That'd be crazy.
You got a deal? Is this good? You got a deal?
I don't think the walls are worth it. The physical walls.
You got a deal? So, what do you want? Anything else you need? See you guys.
How may I assist you all? Oh. Oh, I must protest. I look forward to your safe return. You have news? Oh. Please, have patience.
Oh my.
Truly, Minister Dubois, do they wait in the antechamber still? I would express my gratitude to them in person.
Impossible.
Lady Greatriel, that...
Stay. As the Duke's daughter, I must thank those who risk their lives to save my father. I am daughter to the Duke of High Lagarde.
What's up? Nice armor. Minister Dubois has apprised me of the situation.
He says that the renowned guild is the one to obtain the snow blooms. My father is bedridden with a grave illness. In his absence, I thank you. I had thought to enter the labyrinth myself to cure my father's malady.
In a different timeline, maybe. Or at least somebody else you're related to.
But as Lady of High Lagarde and the Duke's only daughter, I was unable to do so.
It is only through your courage that my spirits are lifted. I understand that no monetary reward is adequate to the risk you have incurred thus far. Oh no, trust us. When we say exploring the dungeon is reward enough. But that is currently my only concrete means of expressing gratitude.
Please, accept this.
9,000? I know I said I don't really care, but like, if it were anyone else, I feel like they'd be really mad right now. I know I ask much of you, who have only just returned from the quest for the snow blooms.
Might I trouble you?
But there is yet more to do. I beseech you to listen to my next request. What's it about?
Yes.
The demand is mine, to be sure. Our lore has it that the royal family descends from residents of the floating castle. Many ancient texts support this legend. We believe it to be true. One source also makes mention of an artifact called the Grail of Kings. Of course. This holy grail, said to rest on the center of the floating castle, can heal any illness. What's the point? If that's true, then what was the point of collecting every ingredient we've been collecting thus far? Further inquiry has allowed us to identify the components necessary to create this powerful curative. You know them as the fire plume and snow blooms. When mixed in the Grail of Kings, it creates a miraculous panacea. By your guild's efforts, we have the two ingredients. One final step remains. The Grail of Kings you want? That is correct. Legend says that this Grail of Kings is enshrined in the center of the castle in the heavens. I would ask that you continue your journey until you gain access to this castle. Should you discover the Grail of Kings there,
Please.
I beg that you return with it that I might save my father. Nay, our entire nation of High Lagarde. Sure, leave it to us.
I thank you.
All I can do is pray that your journey is as peaceful as possible.
Do you understand?
We won't force you, but if you discover anything of use, I beg you to inform this old man.
I'm counting on your success. Oh. I look forward to your... I'm afraid I'm counting on your success.
Ah, it's you. Until next time.
Hey, you guys! How's it going? Say what? Talk as much as you want. Well, I'm counting on you.
Ah, it's you. What will you do? Who's on duty? careful.
Thanks for coming. I'll keep an eye on him. Anything else you need? You want to equip? So, what do you want? What do you think? Anything else you need? See you guys.
Three, two, one, Tetris! And here we are, the very first game of the first semi-final match between Sidnev and Tugi is underway. Yeah, so Sidnev with a big advantage over 1 point. Right now this is one push-down point advantage. Tugi not pressing down. Both players with a Tetris. Yeah, and let's see how the players approach this match. Will they try to go for grade 18 scores, or will they try to be a little bit patient? Yeah, we're about to find out. Yeah, this is a big chance for Tugi to advance to the final of his home event, so to speak. It's officially at CTWC Austria, but as you can see, people from all around the Europe are coming here to Vienna. It's the biggest and internationally, stacked event in Europe. People like coming to Austria. And we have some great Tetris action as well. Tugi currently with 138, Sidnev with 139. So we are having a very neck and neck 20-30 lines of this game number one. And guys, don't forget about the Macherino. We are currently at $421, 5 coupons remaining. If you wanna help us redeeming them, feel free to hit the exclamation mark Macherino command in the chat. And of course, if you wanna spend your own money on Tetris, there is also an option for you. The Macherino is open for any amount you wanna contribute. So yeah, feel free to help these amazing players. Feel free to help us reward the amazing players with their performance they're showing throughout the whole weekend. 212 for Sidnev, 235 for Tugi Sidnev with this center wall setup. Tugi is playing with this traditional column 10, and as for now, not a big difference, like 300 points or something. So yeah, both players facing the same in this game number one of the first of the semi-final matches. No, the winner is not taking gold. It depends on Quadernets. I'm answering your question. It depends on the amount of money we will get in the prize pool. It's just like divided on this the CTWC formula. Unfortunately, I don't have
Be
it
careful.
in front of me, but there are more players getting a share of the prize, so this is not a winner take all. As soon as I find it, I will come back and tell how the prize structure
Hey,
works.
you guys!
But as for now, let's concentrate on the game. We have about Tetris lead for Tugi, who is
Not bad.
about to reopen this hole, and Tugi probably will go back to this column 10. We are still neck and neck, 83, 84 lines in. Both players on similar pace.
No.
So 80, almost 99 in. A little bit of a drought forming, 20 pieces, so not that big of a drought. And the players keep stacking for their Tetrises. As for now, it's difficult for any of the players to,
Talk
run
as
away
much
with
as
the
you
score.
want.
Pretty
Well,
evenly
I'm
matched
counting on
on
ya.
18 pace. As for now,
Thanks for coming. Sure. Let's hear it.
458 for Sydney, 441 for Tugi. And we are approaching the transition in a little bit more than 20
hear it.
lines. So there is no big difference, no significant difference in points. So yeah, the level 18 didn't give any advantage to any of these two
Anything else you
amazing
need?
players.
So, what do you want?
So let's find out if the level 19 play will be separating the players.
Oh. Okay.
Oh! Come in!
Actually, a pretty clean game by both players. Oh, and Tugi missing the Tugi spin. It's the S
Oh,
spin.
we had some new things come in.
And we have 553 for Sydney,
Could I help you with anything
559
else?
for Tugi. Actually, Sydney 17,000 points ahead at the same line count. We are going to transition within the next Tetris. Tugi transition 583. Sydney is 600k, so a very efficient 18 play by both players. And let's see if they both can stay clean on
Thank you for
19.
your business.
They can keep this Tetris rate.
Thanks for coming. So, what do
650
you
for
want?
Sydney, 635 for Tugi. Oh,
Anything
and
else you-
Sydney,
okay?
Yeah, gets a long
Let's hear
bar for Tetris Tugi,
This
also
one, huh?
Tetris Inc. So we are still within like one Tetris. The difference points like within one Tetris, so still a very close game. Yeah, Tugi decides wisely to skim the line and gets another long board for a Tetris. 707 for Sydney, 689 for Tugi. And both players still playing very efficiently, over 70% in Tetris rate, if the numbers we have are correct. $789 for Sydney, 773
So,
for
what do you want?
Tugi.
You're ordering this? I guess you've got good taste. See you
The
guys.
players, still playing very, very efficiently.
How may I take care?
Ah, it's you. Consider this carefully.
Actually, not much to commentate as both players are, maximizing their scores.
Done. Was there something else?
912 for Tugi on level 24, Tugi at 872, so Tugi lost a little bit of pace, but now Tugi is coming back to the 30 position. Sydney is not, so yeah, we are probably going to this, only a few 2,000 points difference. Now Tugi is setting up and gets a long bar, 950 for
Consider
Sydney,
this
958 for Tugi. We still have about 25 lines to play on level 19 speeds. Then we will switch to the ultimate speed of level 29 with 100 lines of this for the players. So let's see how it can develop. Over 1 million points for both players. 1085 for Sydney, 1075 for Tugi, and we keep continuing with this game. Both players trying to stay as efficient as possible. Another Tetris for Tugi, 1 million and 120,000 points. Sydney with 1.12 as well. Tugi transitions with 1.129. Sydney transitions with 1.162. So Sydney around the Tetris ahead, and Tugi's board needs a long bar now. Can Tugi get a long bar? There is a drought forming. Tugi blocked the well, and this is now a very challenging board to survive. Can Tugi bring this down slowly but surely? Oh no, this may drop. And this is looking very dangerous for Tugi, and Tugi can't do anything more. And both players topping out at level 30, and Sydney takes game number 1 by little less than at Tetris. GG's to both players for a very nice opening game number 1. GG's. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, there was like no more than a Tetris lead for the whole game for like over 230 lines. As you can see, the small details decide who wins the game.
Be careful.
So we have game number 2 going. Sydney with a 1 game advantage.
Welcome. The guest book is here. Good luck.
I don't need
95 for Sydney, 73 for Tugi, but Tugi gets the Tetris. Yeah, so once again we are starting with a pretty similar pace on 18. And let's see how it all goes here in this game. And I see Gunther coming. Maybe Gunther joins me in the commentary soon. With a little bit of a break. Yeah, 1 point difference. Oh, and Sydney with some misdrops. Needs to clean the board. And Gunther is slowly but surely joining me in the commentary after the break.
I'm back after my long retirement. Hold on, Sydney topping out.
Oh no, Sydney tops out at 153. And Tugi takes the game, and it's 1-1.
Oh, nice formation by Tugi.
3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Actually saying Tugi winning his own event will be so aura. Well, I really was actually afraid of winning his own event and being called out because of a conflict of interest or something, because he's also the organizer, but we convinced him to play.
And if he doesn't want the prize money, we can take it, right?
Yeah, exactly. But at first, he didn't want to play. Then he told me, yeah, I'm just going to play Daz. And in the end, we got Tugi at his full power.
Yeah, so both Sydney and Tugi started with 100 Tetris play.
Oh, my boy Rokorichi is here.
Oh, Rocco, welcome.
The Duckman.
The Duckman? Okay, guys, so let me remind you, the prize pool for $121 at the moment. We still have some coupons remaining.
Yes.
Actually, there are
3 left, I think. 5 left.
5 of them left. So if you want to help, please hit the exclamation mark Macharino command in the chat. But of course, if you want to help with your own money, if you have some money you would like to spend on Tetris, feel free.
Oh, the Vince is here as well.
Oh, that's okay.
Vince being very based here. Hey, Team Gun and Rafal. Roll. Roll call.
I just realized there's no paralysis curse for some reason. For Rausa. What gives?
Oh no. Okay, the T-spin, nice.
Great, now I gotta kill them both.
That's not that well since that Cider against
Yeah, this is definitely a tougher day in the office for Sidnev than it was.
Yes, I hope she can recover mentally because I'm 3 times stable here.
Yeah, Dougie, meanwhile, when a help Tetris is ahead, Dougie with a clean horse. Sidnev still needs to reopen the well.
Nice adjustment of the L. Thanks down the Tetris, only 3 Tetrises behind at 58 times. And Waldman saying to be strategically picking droughty seats for this match.
Yeah, but still, 74% that
Yeah.
So, maybe he memorized all.
Oh yeah, exactly. Easy. That's a quite easy thing to do. Oh, Gunter's mic is dying. Is it? We just charged it. Test. Bro. No, it's a Bluetooth mic.
Okay, so we have coupon redeemed for the game from the Jack Kinetic, Game Scout, and Vince. So thank you very much for that. So it looks like we have only 2 coupons remaining.
Oh yeah, thank you, Cousin. It was only some interferences.
Two more coupons, and Tugi is still ahead in this game. It's now, but Tugi is also some nice ahead, so we have to take this into consideration.
Come in.
Yeah, considering the line difference, they are actually equal base-wise.
Actually, yeah, I would say that Tugi has like a real Tetris lead.
Not anymore, yeah, but at some point Tugi was like 8 lines ahead.
Yeah,
What do you
Gunther on
think?
the mic, alongside with
Anything
me,
else you need?
VIW. So
Doing this
we
then?
are trying to
All
to
right.
do our best to commentate the action for you here live from
Here.
Vienna.
Yes, I'm literally sitting on the mic.
Here.
Yeah. So now Tugi with a little bit of a complications to deal with.
Okay.
Anything else you need?
Okay, Tugi needs to find a solution, and probably is doing it well. So we have 0.8 of a Tetris lead for Sidnev right now.
Oh, Tugi, Tuguldul.
Yeah, let's see.
Alright, Tugi is fine, just needs 1 piece to reopen this board, and there it is.
So Tugi currently 2 Tetrises behind and is still not done with this dig. But finally, and Tugi skipped the Tetris to fill out the dependency first, and with another bar there, and Tugi is like 70k behind, and we are approaching transition very, very soon, and Tugi transition with 485. 485 is the transition score for Tugi, and 557 for Sidnev. So
Tugi.
Okay, that's the piece.
How did the
See
first
you guys.
game go? So Sidnev won by like half a Tetris?
Yeah.
Did it went far into transition?
Ended on level 30 the first one. I can't remember exactly, but it was
nice.
it was like no more than a Tetris advantage for each of the players for the whole game. And we have a Game Scout with a $34.86 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you very much, Game Scout.
Thank you, Scout. And Sidnev missing a Z-spin there. She went for a Z-spin setup and couldn't get it. It's not gonna hurt her that much. Oh, bad square. but setting up for T-spin that way.
And a Tetris for Sidnev. Tugi reopening the well, and Tugi should be fine.
Tugi is 5 Tetrises behind.
Yeah, and finally a Tetris for Tugi. So Tugi ends the struggle with a Tetris finally.
And Tugi's been one off the ground for like half of this game.
Yeah. It's like less than 4 Tetrises behind, but it's also ahead in line, so we have to take this into consideration.
Tugi's finally clean, good adjustment of the T, seeing the long bar coming. Tetris for Tugi, cutting slightly into that lead. Sidnev doing fine right now, gets that bar, gets the Tetris, 138,000 points ahead. Ooh, getting that square all the way to the left. But those SBCs are not helping.
Yeah, this looks like a challenging game for both players.
Yes, but Sidnev just got a third Tetris.
And a Tetris for Tugi finally. Still 100,000 points lead for our defending champion. Tugi is not giving up. Trying to set up for another Tetris. Maybe he's sacrificing a little bit too much, but got the longer finally. So 130,000 points for Sidnev, and Sidnev is also 6 lines behind. So Tugi probably needs to prepare for some extension.
Yes, yeah. He cannot let go.
So we have 1 million for Sidnev already this game. We have 800,000, and this game is not the best game. Oh, and this is looking very interesting.
To the right. Oh my god, no long bar inside, and Tugi is done at 8:17. Like, Tugi has a script to follow. He cannot win that easily, you know?
Yeah. Tugi is like setting up the dramatic.
Yes. 1 Tetris. I thought you were about to say 2 Buldul.
Oh, so let's see. Let's see how the players approach game number 4. This might be the last game of this match, but of course we want to see drama going on.
Yeah, of course, I want to see as many games as possible. I paid to be here.
Yeah.
No, I actually didn't, that's that.
Yeah, but we had to pay for it.
Yeah. The travel, yeah. Ooh, the beats for Tugi.
You paid for the decider, you want to win.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, so Sidnev with a little bit less than a Tetris advantage after the opening 12-14 lines of this game. The players are doing a pretty good job so far. Yeah, I want to say, but now Sidnev is a little bit high.
Alright, Sidnev with that 30, reopening the right side. Oh, nice setup of the L-tuck. Starting to get a bit tired. Oh, Sidnev going for some interesting setups on the right. Oh, she needs a square now. Bad Elvis.
Sidnev is now forced to burn some additional lines.
Yes, and
maybe setting up here.
Yes,
two of the ground.
Alright. Oh, we're getting that square all the way to the left. And behind by almost 2 Tetrises and no long bar inside.
And the drop is approaching almost 30 lines.
Whoa. Hold on, Sidnev has to put more weight onto that hole.
Oh, this is now tricky.
Yes. Not a lot of space to maneuver.
Yeah. But of course, if someone has the skill to survive it, it's definitely Sidnev, so...
Tugi's keeping all the Koreans? What does he mean?
Probably the Korean adjustments.
Oh, yes.
So Tugi 4.5 Tetrises ahead. Sidnev slowly but surely regaining control over the board. Is Tetris ready and gets a Tetris. 194 for Sidnev, 289 for Tugi. So Tugi almost like 90k ahead, almost 100.
Lucy in the chat. Lucy organizing a Scottish meetup on March 7th. Oh. Anyone wants to hang out in Scotland?
Is it safe?
yeah, probably. Unless you get hit by Nessie.
Okay, so Tuki now with some dependencies forming. Trying to get out of the situation relatively quickly. And we have Sidnev with 266, Tuki with 303, and Sidnev, because of playing so high, is like 6 lines ahead.
And behind Sidnev you can see like a replay of their match.
Yeah, that's also the case. There's a big screen here in the venue, so our viewers can also follow the action. We have Tuki with 3 Tetris advantage right now after 90 lines.
Why Nessie?
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, so
doing this
is a very difficult,
Items, huh? All right.
very important game for Tuki. And we have another
Anything else you need?
Thank you,
Grimoires,
Vince.
right?
$43.22.
Europe's finest.
Yeah, and we reached $500.
Let's go.
Do we have still any coupons left?
We might have 2 or 3 left. 2 left. All right.
2 coupons left. So if you wanna be one of the 2 remaining people to redeem the coupons, feel free to do so. And of course, you can spend your own money. You can spend your own money for this amazing Tetris event.
What do you want?
You can see our
What do you
amazing
think?
players doing their best
Anything else you need? See you guys.
in this semi-final match of this event.
What is the next
it's you.
milestone? Like 670,
Consider this carefully.
690?
You know, we had like $880
Yes.
last
Be
year.
careful.
So if we can surpass the amount this year,
Yeah.
a new record for this Galaxy Austria event.
Can we max out, get to the $1,000? Well, we can't actually max out Matcherino. Like, is there a limit to the Matcherino?
Not aware of it. Not aware of it.
Book is here.
But if you can max out Matcherino, you probably have to spend a lot of money.
Yes.
Okay, Sidney 484 transition.
Good luck.
Yes, Scout, and unfortunately it is. Like the European youth is deeply influenced by the American memes.
Okay, Tuki transition with 547. And we have 19 action in this game. Number 4. Tuki needs to win it in order to force a decider. Otherwise, Sidnev advances to the final and will wait for one of the British players.
Yeah. They even know the 6-7 in Japan. 6 or 7. Schnecke and Schnecke. Alright, Tetris for Tugi, taking the lead very slightly. This is neck and neck.
But Tuki is also sometimes
Thanks for
behind.
coming.
Yes,
Like,
that
do you
is
think?
true.
behind.
That's a very small pace lead, I'd say.
Grimoire, you want to equip?
Actually, Tuki is now 10 lines behind and only 2 Tetrises, so if Tuki can play efficiently.
He's very slightly ahead in pace, but okay. Oh, try to go aggressive with that D instead of getting it to the left.
6, 7, 60, 791.
You said
See you
it, you
guys.
said it.
Okay, this is the score for a moment, you know. And I, as a commentator, try to, say the things we see on our screens,
Of
right?
course.
Done.
So
Was
882
there
for,
something careful?
now 883 for Sidnev, 799 for Tugi, but Tugi is like
Thanks for coming.
more than a level behind. So this can be like even 3 Tetrises with the perfect play.
Tugi with a bar dependency.
Anything else you need?
Sidnev, a spotless board right now.
Okay.
And both players now clean. 917 for Sidnev going into
Oh,
26, 892 for Sidnev going into
What will you
25,
do?
simul Tetris. And yeah, it looks like this will be a very close game, and
Was there something
the
else?
player
Be
who is
careful.
better prepared for 29 probably will win this.
Yeah, how do you say neck and neck in Polish? Like, do you have
Thanks
an
for coming.
expression
Yeah,
for that?
web of web.
Web, web?
Web.
Doing this
Web,
then?
web.
Yeah.
Ah. Alright, Tugi with another Tetris. Was less than a Tetris behind for a second, but also 12 lines behind.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Anything else
But
you
it's
need?
only 2 Tetrises, so in points, so Tugi can stay efficient.
See you guys.
Oh, and Sidnev's
Oh,
board is
Sidnev.
getting- Yeah.
But this is bad. On 28, this is pretty bad. She needs to uncover that hole.
Yeah, and Tugi's board is clean, and Tugi got up with the score and is also
Yes.
lines behind.
And
And
Sidnev
Sid-
transitioning at A42.
Oh, and this means drop. Okay, but Sidnev can still survive it.
Okay, it's fine.
1,083,000 for Sidnev, 1,075 for Tugi, but Tugi can still get one more Tetris going into transition.
Yeah.
Sidnev already on level 30, so Tugi is still 1.5 levels behind, and Tugi is fine on level 30, and Tugi is like, yeah, keeping the pace, and yeah, let's see.
Sorry, I cut you off. You were saying that Tugi took the lead on level 28.
Yeah, but yeah, that Tugi's trying to.
Yeah, maintain like very slight lead, and now almost 20 lines behind, 15 lines behind. Oh, miss rotation.
Yeah, but this shouldn't be that big of a deal for Tugi.
Yes, going on the left well now. Gonna try to burn it down. Gets fine. Getting those squares to the left. Yeah, let's go.
Tetris. Tugi is like 15 lines behind, so
Hold on.
4 Tetrises.
Hold on, Sidnev now.
Okay.
Oh,
A big hang for
Oh, wow.
Sidnev, and Sidnev now needs a little bit of a miracle to survive it.
Oh.
And Sidnev probably is not going to survive it.
Oh no.
Sidnev tops out at 1.337. Tugi needs 25,000 points more, so Tugi doesn't even need to Tetris to complete the chase down. Of course, a decider.
Just a couple of lines.
Yeah, so Tugi.
Yeah. Like 6-7 lines should do it.
Yeah. So you can take it slowly and doesn't need to force things. The line out is more than enough.
Alright.
And one more line.
There it is.
And Tugi completes the chase down, guys. And we have a decider. We have a decider in the first of the semi-final matches. Tugi versus Sidnev. 2-2 after 4 games.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have also a coupon redeem from Orlando. If I missed it, sorry for that.
Thank you, Orlando.
So we have only one coupon left? Yeah.
Yes.
3,
2,
1, Tetris! Yeah.
3, 2, 1, Tugi.
Yeah, so this game decides the fate of the players. I call it like a one-game shootout.
Unless it's a tide.
Yeah, then we play. But yeah, if there is not a tie, then of course this is considered like a one-game shootout. So whoever can handle the nerves better. No, the decider is a pretty difficult game because you have to win this. You will not get any other chances.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I think you have like kind of a big experience of playing deciders, right?
Yes, against a certain
Oh, it's
Polish
you.
player. I'm not fond of deciders anymore.
Was there
And
something
Wolfman
careful?
needs wants to see a 60-70 goals.
Yes. I want to see a tie game on the level 39 transition.
Okay, and we have our final coupon
Thanks for
redeem.
coming.
Let's
so
go.
There are no more coupons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Grimoires, right?
Refresh that.
Now
Yeah.
you guys will have to put in real money.
Yeah, now it's your time to open your wallets, guys.
Yes, redeemed by a guy who kind of looks like Mike me. Mark me, yes.
Andrew Morlando.
Oh, that's
You
Morlando's
wanna
second account.
Yeah. So thank you, Morlando, for your help with the coupons.
Thank you for more Lando.
Can we have less Lando? Okay, so Sidnev 1.5 Tetrises, no 2.5 Tetrises ahead. Tugi yeah, building a little bit of a finish tower in the middle.
Oh, and apparently a tide happened at the North Carolina regional last year, but was it a good tie or was it like two players topping out at 0?
Yeah, because they're getting like a tide, 300,000 each or something, or
Yeah.
800,000 tide.
That would be insane. I wonder if it ever happened. And that's why Sitnev always pushes down one point.
To avoid the,
Yes, yeah, to avoid the ties.
Yeah. So, it looks like Sitnev is building a pretty big lead over Tugi, 3.5 Tetrises. We have a drought forming. Will it be this 60-70 piece drought? Almost 30 piece drought. Yeah, it was a short drought of about 30 pieces. So
Yeah, on 18 for rollers, it's pretty much nothing.
yeah.
Beware of the droughts, stay hydrated.
I'm staying hydrated, but
Yeah.
I avoided a lot of droughts today.
And this is good. What you're drinking, it kills the bacteria, you know?
Okay, so
Anything else you need?
With 4.5 Tetrises lead over Tugi, but Tugi now with inner boards, Sitnev needs to burn a line. Okay, burning a line is not that much, but at the end, maybe a single line will be decide
Yeah.
the fate of the players. So you never
Burning
know.
a line before a 60-piece drought.
Yeah.
Lucy saying,
Doing
"Wee
this
you,
then?"
wee you." Frankenwagen.
Yeah, maybe the players will need a little bit of it.
Yes, and right as I said Frankenwagen, Tuki misdropped the J.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the decider. So the nerfs are playing the factor as well. So
Yes.
guys, yeah, we see some weird piece drops. This is a big pressure. The stake of this game is a spot in the final of this event. So yeah, we can understand if the players can feel a little bit of pleasure playing this game.
Yeah. I don't know if Tugi cares
Anything
as
else
much
you
as
need?
Sitnev, who's like defending 3 titles.
Yeah. But I think at this point, both players want to win this game.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so we have like a little bit more than 20
I guess
nights
you've
to
got
go.
good taste.
Transition into level 19. And Tugi is now
See you guys.
58,000 points behind, so 2.5 Tetrises. It was like over 4 for a moment, so Tugi was able to reduce the deficit a little bit.
So Rafal, what will you say when people ask you what did you do this weekend? Or just visiting Vienna?
Yeah. Having fun in Vienna, right?
Yes.
I commentated so many matches from my home. Why not commentate a few from the capital city of Austria?
Exactly, yeah. Okay, 2.
Of course, it's the enemies that built it.
Yeah, like 3.5.
Drop
Same
any
line
food.
count, so it's a true lead for Sitnev as we're approaching transition. Sitnev already at 6:39 transition for Sitnev,
Yeah, so very, very efficient 18 play.
5:81 transition for Tugi.
It's also not a bad game for Tugi, but simply Tugi is now like 2 pieces behind. 666 score for a moment for Sitnev.
Let's go, and now at 69, 692.
657 for Tugi. Tugi is setting up for a Tetris. And where is the long bar for Tugi?
Oh, the drought. Okay. Oh, nice burn.
Yeah, perfect burn for Tugi. 684, 718 for Sitnev. So Sitnev still maintaining this advantage from event level 18 speeds. It needs to reopen the well. This seems to line because a little bit of the drought.
Droughts, yeah. 25. Is Tugi even listening or screen looking?
Tugi is probably screen looking.
I'm trying to check when he screen looks and I cannot see it.
He has a wide eye.
Oh yeah. Okay, Tugi needs a long bar now,
And
gets the long
Sidney
bar, and Sidney as well, yeah. Tough sequence here for both players.
And this Tugi is clean and Sinef is still needing to do well, so maybe Tugi can be neck and neck soon. Yeah, Tugi's within one Tetris of a difference right now. Sinef is clean, so both players regain control over the board.
People loved your comment.
Yeah?
100 field of view. Careful, Tugi is watching us right now.
So 809 for Sidney, 801 for Tugi.
Tugi is gonna take the lead with the next bar, there it is.
And Sidney needs to reopen.
Okay, Sidney's fine. Oh, but has to close. No, she didn't close the well. Okay.
Okay, but this is a chance for Tugi, but Tugi also creates some dependencies.
I feel like he's gonna go dirty, and there's a dirty triple.
Yeah. But board advantage Tugi for sure.
T-U-G-I.
And Sidney finally ready for a Tetris. 892 for Sidney, 946 for Tugi. Tugi 3 nice ahead. And yeah, we are approaching the transition to level 29 very, very soon.
And Tugi ahead at the same line count. Oh, didn't adjust for the S, but it's fine. He got it to the left. Oh. Okay, this might be dangerous for Tugi.
Yeah, this is very dangerous.
Oh no.
Can Tugi do something to transition with a manageable board? Yes. Sidney transition 1,040,000, Tugi with 995. So this is a little bit more than a Tetris advantage. And we still have like, yeah, almost 100 lines to be played on this level 29 speed.
It's still not worth
Will
it.
the players be able to play until the double kill screen?
I don't know, Tugi, that hang on the left is scary. Yes. Oh.
Over. 35,000, so about a little less than a Tetris, and Tugi is waiting for this Tetris. Tugi doesn't want to burn too much.
Oh, can you get anything to the left? Can you get it? Yes! Oh, where's the bar? Where's the bar?
Where is the bar?
Oh, no!
Sidney takes the game and a match and advances to the final and will have a chance to defend the title. GG's to both players. What an amazing match it was.
Yes.
It took all 5 games to decide the winner. Congratulations to Sidney.
And Tugi, thank you very much for your amazing performance here in your own tournament. GG's.
Maybe this Tugi player should consider Daz. He might get better scores against Sidney.
Yes.
This isn't worth it.
Thanks for coming. That turned out pretty nice. Anything else you... Sure. Let's hear it. Will this be okay? Then let's start. Will this be okay? Then let's start. See you guys. Thanks for coming. So, what do you want? I guess you got good taste. See you guys.
Welcome. Oh, okay. Good night, then. The guest book is here. Good luck.
I'm always in your shadow. You're so much better than me. Everyone likes you better, and to top it all off, everyone thinks you're my older brother. I'm the older brother. Me!
Helicopter Kick is me Brawler's second choice for an up special. Unlike his other two up specials, which are mostly vertical, Heli Kick is a flurry of kicks that prioritizes horizontal reach. And in terms of popularity among competitors, it sits far behind Thrust Uppercut and barely behind Soaring Axe Kick, making it the most uncommon of the three. But that wasn't always the case. In the first year of Ultimate, Heli Kick and Soaring Axe Kick were used roughly as often as each other, with Thrust Uppercut practically never seeing use. But then the Hero update rolled out, had a little bit of balance patching on the side, and something really funny happened.
Doing that much damage for like kind of how easy it is to like kind of throw it in practice. It's kind of ridiculous. Like it comes in up air string with rougher. Is that going to be the one to take it? That does. Whoa, that killed really early. That did.
So naturally, when everyone learned that this kind of thing was possible, they all jumped ship, and you can't really blame them. So as it stands, Helicopter Kick is sort of the overlooked middle child. You know, between a boring eldest kid and the iPad baby hopped up on Red 40. And honestly, I think that's a real shame, because it's still far from being a bad option. Heli Kick might be overshadowed in sheer applicability, but there's one thing it does far better than the other two up specials. It creates an environment of fear. Oh, God. Helicopter Kick is what's called a horizontal kill move, because it sends horizontal.
In case you were wondering, no, that wasn't the piece of tooth that fell off.
Seriously, this move does not fuck around. That ascending multi-hit is downright torrential, making it so that Heli Kick drags the opponent along before flinging them into the blast zone. Pretty brutal. But there are some variations in how the move actually comes out, contingent on where and how the up B is performed. Basically, the game asks two questions when Heli Kick is used to determine its launch angle. First, was Heli Kick initiated on the ground or in the air? If it starts on the ground, it sends more up, like this. If it's input in the air, it sends further out, like this. considering how insane the aerial launch angle is, I assume that the ground version was weakened so people wouldn't die for hitting his shield at like 50%. Ultimately, both iterations of the move are pretty powerful, but if the opportunity presents itself to pop the opponent up with a down tilt or down throw, it is well worth it. Second, what direction was me Brawler holding near the end of the move? If Brawler holds in, it sends more up, like this. If he holds forwards, okay, you get it. And while it might be tempting to hold out on an up B and blast that fucker in a Smash 6, if Brawler uses helicopter kick near ledge and holds out the entire time, he winds up too far from the ledge to recover. To work around this, most Brawlers employ a snaking motion. Start by holding forward to hit the opponent, pull back for a moment so you don't go too far off stage, go back to holding forwards, then pull in again during the launcher to keep your stop. Okay, I made that sound more complicated than it actually is. It's just doing this. As long as the stick is holding forwards before the last hit comes out, it's going to send it its preferred angle. I bring all of this up because it's funny how over-engineered the knockback calculation for a me custom special is, but also because both of these variables pale in comparison to the real way to get mileage off heli kick: proximity to the blast zone. Now, getting an up B in the center of the stage is certainly good. It'll net you a kill starting around 100%, which is nothing to scoff at. It's just that getting the same up B near the ledge is a lot more likely to... Every character in Smash has a favorite position for taking stocks. Some take stocks off the top by juggling the opponent, others prefer to do so behind a bunch of projectiles, Jigglypuff disrespects your entire bloodline with her edge guarding, and so on. But generally speaking, most characters are at their strongest when they have their opponent either hanging on the ledge or cornered. The corner can be a pretty scary place. Your back is to the proverbial wall, and pretty much anything is liable to send you off stage, if not outright kill. Brawler has never been short of options for ledge trapping, regardless of whether the opponent chooses to jump off the ledge, try to roll past Brawler, push through with an attack, or even just dangle off the side of the stage. But factor in what is effectively spinning Kong with a gun into this equation, it's easy to see how someone could get nervous sticking around here for too long. Pretty much every grounded option they could choose is at risk of either getting helicopter kicked or being hit by a move that confirms into helicopter kick. Trying to talk about this situation on an objective, oh, what can each character do level is kind of misleading. It's not really a game of strategy here. This is a game of psychology.
That's right.
It's about feeling out what the opponent is the most worried about getting hit by and exploiting it. There are dozens of examples of stuff like this. Look at this.
Look like you finished that mission the minister asked you to. Maybe it's useless, but I have to try. Your quest in the labyrinth. What would you say if I asked you to give it up and go home? No.
Suppose there's nothing to be done.
Figures. You'd need a better reason than my say-so, I guess. Then I'll tell you one thing. People in High Lagard say there's a floating castle above the Yggdrasil Labyrinth. That's where the ruler of the skies and his people live. They collect the souls of the ones who died down here. It sounds like just a legend, but it's not that simple. Something terrible has passed here that no one can defeat. I'm warning you now. If you still want to go up there, I won't stop you. Not yet, anyway. Joke's on you, we have no self-preservation. Functionalities.
This Fox player has been acting pretty fearlessly off the ledge, doesn't seem to care all that much about getting hit, so I dodge one of his reversals and up B. Stock gone. Give me a second. And alright, he's dead. Later on, he's in that same situation again, and he clearly remembers how badly he got burned for being at ledge because he preemptively air dodges in. I read it, he dies, the end. Even I'm not immune to this. I'm playing Pit in this clip. Over the last few games, I have just been getting absolutely eaten alive for rolling out of the corner over and over again. So, trying not to get hit for doing that, I stay on ledge for a second to mess with my opponent's timing and think about another option. Unfortunately, it ends up being too long and my ledge invincibility wears out. The brawler immediately catches on, it's a down tilt, and I die. You think I, of all people, would have seen it coming, but nah man, this shit is death in Texas. Of course, unless your opponent is stupid, they're not stupid. And when they realize how bad being cornered is, they'll do pretty much anything they can to stay out of it. But staying out of the corner is much easier said than done, not to mention the positional process of elimination at play here. Trying to stay center stage against Brawler means standing closer to Brawler, which is kind of what a close-range fighter like him wants. Also, it's not like Heli Kick is completely useless once you move inwards. Ignoring the fact that it's still a viable kill move at the center of the stage at high percents, there are still a lot of ways to push the opponent into the corner. Check this out, I am really proud of this combo. Awesome. Okay, so Heli Kick can actually act as the finisher to a lot of Brawler's lengthier combos. Don't get me wrong, hitting 15 moves into Helicopter Kick feels incredible, but it does not need to hit at the end of these combos to be effective. At the end of the day, Helicopter Kick just wants to connect while as close to the blast zone as possible. Combos serve to push the opponent closer to the blast zone, at which point Brawler gets to cash in on the implicit pressure that comes from putting someone in that situation. Alright, I've avoided it for long enough. Let's talk about the recovery. If Helicopter Kick is born to shit, then recovering is where it's forced to wipe. It has by far the worst vertical reach out of any of Brawler's up specials. Hell, it's barely on the same level as Donkey Kong's up speed. The lack of height combined with Brawler's fall speed poses a problem. It prevents him from going too far below stage without guaranteeing his own death. Not to mention that, without a reliable source of height, even the most pathetic spikes the game has to offer can be lights out for Brawler. But Helicopter Kick still isn't a direct downgrade. While Brawler might not be able to go as low off stage due to the poor vertical reach, its superior horizontal distance allows for Brawler to go quite a bit further forward off stage in comparison to his other up specials. Heli Kick is also a deceptively obnoxious move to fight off. It was blessed with this really weird quirk where Brawler's mid-air turning is suddenly boosted a huge amount. It's the same thing you see with Captain Falcon's up B where he suddenly gets all wiggly. And truly, this wiggling is versatile. Brawler can juke edgeguard attempts by pausing his forward momentum for a brief moment, or kick directly onto the stage and into the opponent's shield, forcing them to guess which side of them he'll end up on. None of these are risk-free strategies, of course. There is enough end lag to consistently score softer punishes on these kinds of behaviors, and frankly, Brawler takes so fucking long to finish this up B that his opponents have more than enough time to just throw an attack into the move and knock Brawler off course. They just gotta be careful about how they go about it. Because from frame 8, the first frame that the hitbox is active, all the way to the last hitbox at frame 37, Helicopter Kick grants the user full lower body intangibility. Or, put another way, me Brawler's legs become goddamn swords. Now, intangibility isn't rare for recovery moves to have, but this much invincibility on a move as aggressive as Helicopter Kick makes it possible to just force your will onto the opponent sometimes. If you ever wanted to roleplay as a living saw blade, I think Helicopter Kick's got you covered. Whether that means defensively up-being onto the opponent's face when they try going in for the kill, or shutting down a surprising amount of recoveries while literally blocking off the ledge. This just feels cruel, man. And honestly, I think that's what makes Helicopter Kick feel so unique. That is so mean, that you can do that to Roy. I'm sorry. It's not really forcing Brawler to do anything unique from a typical rushdown game plan. Rather, it emboldens him to take greater control of the game, either by capitalizing on strong positions and reads with its absurd kill power and priority, or by pushing through tough situations with a surprisingly slippery set of traits. And this isn't anything more than an anecdote, but I find it interesting how much this move is favored by older players. People who've been playing competitively since, like, Brawl, or I guess the Bush administration. God damn. Yeah, they have a soft spot for this thing. And I think it's because of how easily Helicopter Kick rewards fundamental skills and game sense, playing against the person holding the controller. It's kind of like how everyone over the age of 25 has a Donkey Kong in their back pocket. If you've got a good read on the opponent, then you have everything you need to take advantage of that.
keep moving on.
Oh, you're kidding me! Helicopter kick is a straightforward move that rewards good awareness, and it doesn't take much executional skill to take advantage of. If the combo-centered game plan of Brawler's more popular up special is a bit too daunting, then I recommend it. Also, I want to tell y'all about this really funny bug I found. Because of how slowly Helicopter Kick raises Brawler, his absurdly high gravity stat impacts it the most out of all of his upbeats. This means that if Brawler's under the influence of gravity-altering items like a metal box, bunny hood, certain spirits, or the heavy option in Special Smash, the move will feel less like a risky recovery option and more like strapping bricks to your feet. Sadly, there's no way to get this to occur under normal tournament rules anymore. In version 1.0.0 of Ultimate, performing certain special moves on ink produced by Inkling's Splat Roller did weird things to their movement. Some went higher, way higher, and some, like our Helicopter Kick over here, went lower. Unfortunately, while it looks like the syncing should lead to some interesting combos, opponents are able to move before Brawler by a pretty comfortable amount. That didn't stop Waidu from trying when I told him about it, though. Thanks, man.
We made it.
Welcome. Let me know if the guest book is here.
Oh, good timing! Hmm? Thanks, loves.
Good Good luck. Oh, of course. I'll take those. We had some new things come in. Could I help you with anything else? Here you go. That's amazing! Thank you for your business.
Thanks for coming. Doing this then? There's something I'd like to talk about.
What?
Oh.
Regina has no she has no object permanence, apparently. She has selective object permanence at least.
Items, huh?
It's better for me to just get that naturally.
Okay, let's hear it. This one, huh? Huh. Huh. We'll try making it with this. Let's get started. All right, it's ready.
Hell yeah. Took a little longer to get compared to the first Untold game, but... Teriyaka range? Again with this cereal. I'm pretty sure I should be getting cereal soon enough in the
Anything else you need?
next floor.
See you guys.
So let's just keep at it. Anyway, the TP recovery is gonna be so much better. Because now I can theoretically have infinite TP uptime.
The guest book is here. Good luck.
Pacing's really weird for... Oh yeah, I meant to change this. I did get purple attack. Taste of your own medicine. Yeah, that's right, bitch. there you go. I have a paralyzed now. Muy bien. How does Eternal Ice work? What a frickin' baller. Damn. Power scalers, can you fucking explain what the fuck just happened? That was ridiculous.
Welcome. Good night, then. The guest book is here. Good luck.
Oh, of course. I'll take good care of them.
Could I help you with anything else?
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. I'll take good care of them. Thank you for your business.
Thanks for coming. Doing this, then? You want to equip? Anything else you need? Doing this, then? See you guys.
Oh?
Talk as much as you want. What'll it be? All right. Which one you thinking? This one, huh?
Almost.
Say what?
Wait, the Narcissus usually is what allows us to make Amritas, don't we? That's really nice.
All right. Which one you thinking? This one, huh? Yeah. All right. Which one you thinking? This one, huh? Good luck. Welp, I'm counting on you.
Ah, it's you. Hmm? Oh, it's you. Don't take unnecessary risks. Be careful.
How may I assist? Welcome, welcome. Do you understand? I look forward to your safe return. Is there anything? I'm counting on your success.
Welcome. The guest book is here. Good luck.